Hello and welcome to Rolling with Reviews. I'm Will, and with me as always is the weirdly strategic one herself,
Sarah.
And today we're doing a review of Abducktion, a weirdly strategic duck kidnapping game. Sarah, tell us a bit about this game.
All right, Abducktion is a light strategy game of duck matching, a UFO, and logic. Players are all interns on an alien UFO working for an intergalactic corporation that has one main function: collecting or abducting ducks for research purposes. Yes. But the ducks need to be in specific formations, and you'll have to use spatial logic and cunning to rearrange your ducks before your opponents to win the game. Because that's science.
Yes.
All right, so Will, why did we get this game?
Duckies.
Yes, and it looked like a really engaging, puzzly game.
And duckies.
And the duckies. Okay, what do we like about the game?
Duckies.
Okay, there are a lot of cute ducks in this game. Well, there's only 4 colors.
White ducks, pink ducks, blue ducks, yellow ducks.
I mean, I'm glad to have yellow ducks. You can't do duckies without yellow duckies.
Yeah, you're just weird.
Yeah, but I am glad that they did the pink ducks, because I know in the Kickstarter preview they had red ducks, and the red was way too close in shade to the blue.
Because they were both really dark.
Really dark. So I'm glad in the end they changed it to pink.
Yes.
Because I think for the most part, no one's going to get these duck colors mixed up.
No, they did a really good job. You even handed me the 4, and I could tell just from contrast alone that this is a different one from this one, and which is different from this and different from that.
Exactly. The production on this game is just insane. I mean, there's this big rubbery UFO thing that all the ducks are in, and you're pulling them out, and you're putting them on this. I mean, the cardboard tile thing, I guess, is the most basic common thing, but it's good. The ducks are a good hard plastic. I mean, I guess it would be cool if they had been squishy rubbery, but for what they are, I think they're fantastic.
I think they need to hold up better, and harder plastic will do that better than a squishy.
That's very true. So far we've talked about the production.
Yeah.
But the gameplay is actually engaging. There's a little puzzle there.
Most of the time when we come across a spatial component, your brain just kind of goes, no, I don't want to do anything with this. This is light enough that you can engage with it without having that brain burnout.
Right, because you've got 2 rows, 5 spaces. So it's basically a 2x5. And all the different formations need to fit within that space. And a lot of them are pretty straightforward, of 1 or 2. I think there's one that has 4 unique colors, but then it's unique ducks. So they don't make it overly complicated, but there's enough challenge there to engage you without burning your brain down.
Yeah, because there's a lot of different cards that do fun little things. Like, okay, I play this card and I can remove a duck. And when you remove a duck, well, all the ducks have to continue floating down, and then you fill in the empty spot.
Yeah, but down is not how you would think. You start in the upper left, it moves right, then it goes down, and then it moves back to the left. So your brain is like, okay, if I take this one at the bottom, then this one on the right is going to move, but then all the ones in the top row are also going to move, and you're like, wait, no, I can't do that.
Right.
I need the ones in the top to stay where they are. I just need this one in the bottom right to move a little bit over. So you do have a lot of good choices also. I mean, the cards you get are random. So don't think this is going to be highly strategic. You have to work with the modifying cards that you've got, the action cards.
Yeah.
But a lot of them do give you really good choices to, interact.
Yeah. And if, for whatever reason, there's just no way to do any of the things, you do have the option. I toss my whole hand of 3 cards, toss all my ducks back in the UFO, shake it all up, draw new ducks, draw 3 new cards. That's my turn.
Yeah. It's
a reset.
Great, but at least it allows you to reset everything and just try to start afresh next round. There's also great versatility of the length of the game and the complexity. There's rules in the back that let you modify both aspects of use more cards, use less cards, use certain groups of cards for the difficulty. And that's really appreciated, especially in a game that is supposed to be very light, you can tailor it to your group. But also that means is that it's a light game, but you could turn it up to the higher end of difficulty so that maybe you know, it's a light game for hardcore gamers to still enjoy.
Yeah.
The humor, it mostly works.
I'd say it works in the instructions.
Yes.
It doesn't work on the cards. So on the cards, there's notes from Dave, who is your manager.
Yeah.
He's not funny.
No, he's mostly demeaning of like, well, geez, I thought you could do better at that, or oh, you just barely did that thing, and it's like that's not really praise. Okay, it's just it kind of comes off weird.
Right. I just wish they had a happier, more of an idiot manager.
Yeah, I would have preferred someone that was just like overly positive with no substance. It would have been hilarious.
Yes. Just because he likes to use those big synergistic words that management likes to use that sound great and impressive but really mean little.
Yeah.
But he's overly enthusiastic about this whole job and this whole experience, and he's just glad you're there. That would have been funny.
Right. But the rule book, the way it explains, like, it's a manual on how to be an intern, and it's got some really funny moments of like, you are an intern with no, health benefits. And I mean, that doesn't sound like very much fun, but it's a game.
Yeah. Who
cares about health benefits, but they're taking it so seriously,
Yes. Well, it adds it as a little aside.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're joining this great corporation where we're futuring or making science in the future and studying ducks. And by the way, there's no healthcare. And we're doing this all for the benefit of it just rolls over that very important part to you.
Yeah, exactly. So what we don't like about the game, we've kind of shifted into, is that the card humor with Dave doesn't work so well. Yeah. But the humor in the rulebook does work well. The other thing that really doesn't work well for us, and I think it's going to be an effect for a lot of people, is the reflective coating that's on the formation cards. It just makes it hard to see if it's not reflecting the light correctly.
Yeah.
Because it uses different colors. If it was all most of them are one color. But there are some ones that have 4 colors, and the blue and purple are really hard to see apart if the light is not shining on it correctly.
Yeah, and then on the other side, it's like, well, I don't know what you're complaining about. I love these shiny cards. Well, then you're going to be upset because those shiny coatings can easily scratch up.
Yeah, you're going to want to sleeve them then at that point, and sleeving adds other issues.
Like fitting it back in the box.
Right. I will also point out that I'm not sure if this is something we definitely don't like about the game, but it is something to keep in mind. There is Take That, and a lot of lightweight games have that. You can steal each other's ducks. You can move other people's ducks. Some people are probably not going to 100% like that.
Yeah.
I typically don't like that, but I didn't find it bad in this game. Because on your turn, you're actively moving your ducks around to try to claim one of those formation cards on your turn. You have a successful turn if you can do that, if you can claim a formation card. Otherwise, when it's not your turn, I hate to put it this way, you don't really care what ducks you have.
Yeah.
Because you really can't plan too well for what formation cards are going to be available in front of you when it does become your turn again.
Yeah, because they're not really your ducks. They just happen to be the ducks that you're looking at any given time.
Right. So I never felt really bad if Will stole a duck from me. I mean, maybe it was a little, I really wanted to keep that duck. But usually
I gave you a duck in return.
Right. Some of them, usually they're swapping. And even if it takes and things slow down, you get new ducks. But usually you get new cards, so you're going to be doing different things. There's new formation cards, so you probably didn't want that one anyway. So yes, you can steal each other's ducks or modify them in certain ways. But I don't think it's the worst of that kind of Take That style.
Right.
So just something to think about. I think that's everything. So who is this for?
I would say this is the casual and family weight game.
Yeah.
Because it's gets into the spatial, which is normally not for those type of groups, but it's light enough that those groups can actually enjoy this.
Right. And I think you hardcore gamers out there are probably only going to pick this up if you've got casual and family members that don't typically play games, or the casual gamers that, and this is the way to get them to play more games.
Yeah, so it's a lot of, look, ducks, look, UFO.
This is cute. This is fun.
And they're like, all right, I need to see what this is.
Right. So you're only going to have this in your library if you play with those type of gamers a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. Ratings.
So for our ratings, we each have 1d6 worth of ratings to give. 1 is low, 6 is high. We give a number, a reason why, add them together, and see what it roll for us. Sarah, what did Abducktion, a weirdly strategic duck kidnapping game, roll for you?
It rolled a 4. I think this is a lot of fun. The ducks, I mean, the production is just really great. There's a few elements.
Did you say the production?
Yes, the production is amazing. But there's a few elements that hold it back, like the reflective coating and things like that. I think as much as the puzzle, spatial puzzle aspect is accessible, there are still going to be times I'm not going to want to play that. I might want to play around with the ducks. But yeah, I don't know that I'm always going to want to play this game because of that spatial aspect and some of the randomness of not having the right cards to manipulate the ducks the way you want to. That can get a little frustrating. So it's just one of those games you have to remind yourself, don't take it too seriously. And sometimes I take games a little too seriously. Yeah.
For me, it also rolled a 4. I think gameplay-wise, this game is a 3.
Yeah.
However, production-wise, clearly kicks it up a notch. And that's a welcome thing when it comes to something as light as this. So 4 is a very comfortable score for me. I can't say it's any better, any worse.
Right.
But it's a really nice game. Looks great on the table. Fun, cute. It always lifts my spirits.
Yes, agreed on that.
So if you're looking for a mood shifter, Abducktion will be a great game for that. So 8 out of 12.
Yeah, solid
score for a light game.
Agreed.
And which is saying something because I believe this company primarily did party games.
Yeah, this is the first one that's even come up on my radar because we don't do party games. So I think this is their first foray into, well, more strategic games.
Weirdly strategic games?
Weirdly strategic games, yes.
Awesome. All right. And Sarah.
Yes.
Are you going to Dave's birthday party?
No.
Good God, no.
It's not on a work day, right?
No.
Because if it was during work hours, sure, I'm going.
Yeah,
then
Dave.
I get out of work.
No.
No? Okay. No, sorry, I'm busy that day.
Yeah, me too.
Dave, I've got to go, do something. Take the cat off the stove.
As you do. And we've been Rolling with Reviews. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out to us on the various social media platforms at
Rolling with 2. That's TWO. We are on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
And if you have time, check out the other content Nanaman has found for you. Because remember, he's rolling with you.